Hey everybody, it's Reka, and do you know what today is? It's my book launch! Yay! Yes, this is a birthday horn, but no, it's a book launch horn. Wait, you can't see it. Well, I scratched it out and changed it to book launch. Yes, it's the book launch, May 11th, 2020. And I know I said I was going to do a live video, but I got nothing but time on my hands. So I decided to bring it to you early and pre-record it. But thank you for watching. Today is my book launch, my virtual book launch. So I'm right with you in your house. We're together, celebrating. Yes, celebrating. So my book launch is for my book titled How I Said You to Fibromyalgia. I'll keep it censored, for all ages, but you know what I mean. So that is the title of my book, and that is what it's about. How I got rid of it. How I ended up pain-free. No medicine. I'm good. 2 years, 2+ years. But I also have to tell you the significance of today's date. So May 11th, 2018 was my last day working for someone else. That's when I took that leap. I left my job and I started working for myself. And you'll hear a little bit more about that in this book. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. This is what I'm celebrating. So I'm going to share some of it with you. And for those of you watching who don't know who I am Reka Davis. I am a healer, a coach, a friend, and an author. That is who I am, and that is my intro. But I do have a schedule, and I'm going to stick to it. So not first, because throughout this whole launch, I'm going to be reading a little bit from my book. Just a little bit, because you can go get it yourself to read it yourself. But I'm going to give you some snippets. First, I want to start with my dedication. This book is dedicated to my husband, Gaddafi, for being there for me when I was at my worst, for having to be uncomfortable and watch me cry, for holding down the fort when I couldn't do my share, and for always having my back and letting me tell you my whole life story. You are my mirror. You are my scale. He's a Libra. You are my heart. Love you, babe. I would also like to thank my 2 beautiful children, India and Gabe. You two are the reason I am who I am today. Seeing how free, loving, and moody you can be reminded me of how it felt to be a kid. I wanted to be free again, free of pain, free of hurt, and free to be the me that I came here to be. Thank you for always being my mirror, showing me where growth was needed and reminding me to play a little and not take life so seriously. I got to practice being a mom on you, and I must say I'm doing a damn good job. Thanks for believing in me and always cheering me on. Mom and Dad, you guys are pretty cool also. Thank you for taking on the role as my parents and believing in me in your own little ways. I love you guys to the moon and back. So that is my dedication. And then, just so you know a little bit about what this book is, I'm going to read the introduction. The intro. In this book, I'm going to be open and honest about my road to recovery. Just like the title, I will give it to you raw and uncensored. I welcome you into a time of my life that included huge transitions and pain. I give you the chance to see how I took that pain and turned it into purpose. You'll get to witness how a not so simple diagnosis changed my life for the better. The intention of this book is not to turn you away from doctors or medicine, but to give you a bigger picture to look at when you feel all hope is gone. I am not saying that you will be cured from fibromyalgia or any other dis-ease. However, what I am doing is sharing an abbreviated version of my story so that all readers know that the healing takes place from within. I want to let everyone that will listen know that you too can heal your body. You don't have to be born with a gift, nor do you have to be a medical professional. All it takes is a little drive and patience to overcome any obstacle, including an illness that you may not have even known existed. I am here to provide hope and inspiration. I am your voice. I am a reflection of you. Now the ball is in your court. Take from this book what you need and pass it on to a friend or family member. Hopefully, within the next few years, there will be less cases and more happy faces. Enjoy. So that's my intro. Now you get a little taste of what the book is about. So I'm going to take a little break and I'll be right back. I am back and thank you for continuing to watch. So next, what I'm going to go over during this book launch is a review of the chapters. I'm not going to read the whole book. I will just give you little bits and pieces. But the review of the chapters is basically talking about what I did, what I didn't do, what I didn't say. So it's on my journey. So the first chapter is what I didn't say. I did not claim it. Even though I was given the diagnosis, I did not claim it. I was not settling for it. I was like, okay, I can work on this. And then we go to chapter 2. What I said affirmations. They kept me uplifted. They kept me encouraged. They helped me change my ways of thinking. And, let me go back to that. I added this to my book. This is a phrase that I created or I say often. If you can't see that, it says, think, speak, act to create. So I had to change my ways of thinking. So affirmations helped me with that. So that's chapter 2. And these chapters aren't that long. It's just giving you a little bit of information. Chapter 3, what I did is acupressure. I studied it. I tested it out on myself. I tested it out on my family. And it was something I chose to do because I just thought acupuncture wasn't something I could afford. So I learned acupressure instead. And that's something you can do with your own hands or objects. Chapter 4, what I did, energy medicine. I read books, I looked at videos, and I practiced and studied energy medicine. working with the energy around you and the energy within your body to move things around and to kind of shift the pain or shift discomfort or any dis-ease. So I discussed that as well. And chapter 5, what I did. EFT is also known as emotional freedom technique, aka tapping, where you can find these pressure points within your body and you can tap and change the thought or idea. I am no longer craving sugary foods. I am no longer tempted by seeing others drink alcohol. So it's like different things, different parts of your body. You can tap different things. It's just repetitive. So that's something I did. I liked it so much. I created my own and I posted a YouTube video. I talk about that in here. Chapter 6, what I ingested. Cannabis. Yes. Everyone should try it, right? I have a card. It's legal for me. So what I ingested, cannabis. So I talk about my rabbit hole experience where I felt crazy, but I figured it out. I learned my dosage. And this was one of the biggest things that helped me get weaned off of the Lyrica, the medicine that I was taking at the time. So thank you, edibles. Chapter 7, what I did. I put in my notice. See, this wasn't the May 11th notice. This was another notice, but I put in my notice. That was chapter 7. Chapter 8, what I did, Reiki. So those of you who know me for my business or just family, friends, you know that I love my Reiki. I talk about it all the time. I want to try it on you. I want to train you. I want to teach you. I want Reiki. That's Reka Reiki. That's what you know me as, right? So that's what I did. This is part of my journey. I didn't know what it was. Someone had to recommend it to me, and it helped me, and I still use it daily. Chapter 9, well, Reiki is a little longer than the rest. Chapter 9, what I did was yoga. I did yoga too. It didn't stick quite, but I ended up becoming a level 1 yoga instructor during the process. And I taught some class. I did some community service. So it's part of my journey. Shout out to all the yoga instructors. Chapter 10, what I did. I released toxic relationships. Just even letting go of the baggage of old relationships. And just people that didn't resonate with me. And it's not that I didn't like them anymore. I just had to realize what I wanted in my space. And I just had to release what didn't resonate. A lot of people aren't well because they keep holding on. Like Erykah Badu said, bag lady. Gotta let the bags go. Chapter 11, what I did. I took my power back. We give our power away when we don't speak up for ourselves. We give our power away when we say, I don't know. You just do it. I don't know. I give up. That's giving your power away. So I had some tests and I had to take my power back. That was chapter 11. See, healing is not just going to the doctor. That's why a lot of people are on medicine for the rest of their lives. They don't want to do the work. So this is some work. Some people don't want to do it. Chapter 12, what I did. I healed old wounds. And I'm going to read a little bit from that section. But I healed old wounds. I had to let go and let God. I had to heal. I had to cry to release the pain. Like, yeah, it's a process. So that's chapter 12. Chapter 13, what I did. Started living my purpose. And I called it the rebirth. Yes. And this is still part of my rebirth. I am rebirthing and rebranding every single day to the me I want to be. And let's see, I think that was it. So chapter 13, there are 13 short chapters. And then it goes to how I'm closing. And I'll get to the rest of that part later. So yeah, I'm going to read a little bit from here. And I read the introduction. Let's see. Did I want to read from chapter 1? No, that one. I picked some pages out, so please pardon my shuffle. Just making sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so this is one of my favorite parts, and it's close to the end of this journey. So, of course, it's one of my favorites. So this is the healing old wounds, and I'm going to read a little bit from here. And I feel this may resonate with a lot of people. So one of the scariest parts of this fibromyalgia journey was the shadow work. Excuse me. The healing of old wounds that I had buried so deep, I only thought about them when I was being triggered. We all want the perks of healing, but who wants to make themselves uncomfortable just to get it? I know I didn't. I grew up only knowing how to sweep stuff under the rug, letting things roll off of my shoulders or just allowing things to go unresolved. All of those things formed a wound that remained unhealed inside of my body like a scar that I forgot about until someone touched it. And the more it got touched, poked, or opened back up, the fresher the memories became, as if they had just happened all over again. Now, how many of you can relate to that? Triggered. Now, I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and it says, I needed to heal my inner child, my daddy and mama issues, and release them to receive all the goodness that was waiting for me. I had to replay those memories, write about them, and address them. It was like a 12-step program. There were different stages, different traumas, and different perceptions of how things went down. I had opened up Pandora's box, and there was no turning back. Picture it like an emotional roller coaster ride. Once you accept the challenge and take off, you can't stop halfway in the middle of a loop and go back. Nope, you have to see it all the way through with courage and gentleness. So I'm going to take a little break to take a sip of water. I'll be right back. Thank you. I'm back. Thank you. Whew, my throat was a little dry. Okay, so that was from that Healed Old Wounds chapter. So now I want to take you to when I started living my purpose, the rebirth. Now I'll let you get the book to read all the other stuff. But these are the parts that I like a lot. So I'm going to go to when I started living my purpose. After taking a business coaching class, I decided to set a date. My coach suggested that I circle the date on the calendar and get excited. She also mentioned that it's okay to set a grace period for myself. She made a few suggestions of things I should do in the meantime, like planning out the next 6 months and the goals that I wanted to accomplish. Excuse me. I knew before I left this job, I wanted to pay off my car, up my 401k, and stash money in different money market accounts. I invested in stock. I doubled my car payments when I could. And in no time, all of my goals were being met. To be honest, I had reached my goals before the end of the 6 months. I put in about a month's notice at my job just to be nice. But as time went on, I realized that this might not have been for my highest good. It was my plan to resign during the week of my birthday in 2018. But I reneged by a couple of weeks. So, guess what day it was? May 11th, 2018 was my last day of working for someone else. See? Yay! I was so excited to be taking this leap of faith. I had money saved and I had a plan. Of course, my plan didn't include a couple of bumps in the road, but it was okay. I was ready to go with the flow. Working for myself allowed me to have extra time with my kids, enjoy the summer, and prepare for a few events that I had planned. So, you see why these chapters are so exciting to me. I don't have to relive the other stuff, but I can get to the exciting part and what brought me here today for my book launch. Yes. So that's what I'm going to read to you from the book, but then I will skip to the closing. Let's see. Okay, so how I'm closing. And yes, I did put that in the book, how I'm closing, because this is about me, right? So, even though fibromyalgia is hard to diagnose and no one person has all the same symptoms as another, the pain is real. The discomfort is real. And therefore, the healing is the real deal. Pain doesn't just develop out of thin air. There is an underlying cause for the dis-ease that we suffer from. I feel like I'm doing a public service announcement. I'm sorry. Whether it's headaches, backaches, cancer, or in this case, fibromyalgia. I looked for ways to describe how I was feeling, and it was not something that was easy to put into words. I knew that it felt like my nerves were going haywire all throughout my body. So logically thinking, if this is how I felt, I had to ask myself some questions. 1, what in my life is getting on my nerves? Is it the kids? Is it work? Is it people? Like, what's getting on my nerves? What's bothering me? I had to ask myself that. 2, what is weighing on me? I had a lot of pressure on my shoulders, a lot of pain, a lot of neck, all of that. And it came up to my head, making my head hurt. So I had to like, what is weighing on my shoulders? Oh, the weight of the world. Everybody's problem seems to be my problem. And I want to fix it. And I want to help. So I'm carrying other people's weight on my shoulders. Brush it all. So then, what is causing me stress? Is it self-imposed? Am I stressing myself out? Am I worrying about too many things? Am I just constantly in my head? Like, what am I doing? What's causing me this stress? Because nothing can affect me unless I choose to let it, right? Then number 4, what steps do I need to take to fix it? These are the steps I took. So, healing is not a one-size-fits-all. And you don't necessarily need medication or surgery. But if we don't share our stories, if we don't share our stories, the pain and suffering can go around for a few lifetimes. It's okay. Let it go. It's time to break the cycles of pain and suffering, emotional, physical, and mental. Each one teach one, right? Yeah, I'll put that in here. It's my book. So there's also a gift in this book for those who purchase it. I have a special gift here, and I won't show you what it is, but it's definitely a page if the light's not too bright. But special gift. Can you see it? Can you see it? There's a special gift for those who purchase the book. And for those of you watching tonight or on a replay, if you catch it this week, the week of May 11th through May 15th, 2020, you get to get the book at a discounted rate by using the code on my website, www.rekadavis, RekaDavis.com, rekadavis.com. You purchase the book, it's $13 on the website. You use the coupon code at the end, book launch, all one word, no spaces. I'm not sure if it's all uppercase or it can be all lowercase. Just try it. It should work. I already tested it, but book launch. So you will get the book for $5.11. Yay, 511, May 11, play that number. If you hit it, give me some. You get the book for $5.11 this week only. And since you get it from my website, you get it signed by me as well. That's my gift to you. So you get a book, you get a gift in the book, and you get another gift to get the book. Only this week. So that's it. I know I say so a lot. I just noticed that. That is it for me. This is the book launch. This is the virtual book launch. The book is already out there. I'm letting you know. I'm giving you snippets. I'm giving you gifts. And you get all this energy. Yes, all this energy. Thank you for joining my book launch. Don't forget, you get the book, rekadavis.com. Thank you. If you didn't see the virtual book fair, that was my pregame to this launch, check me out on Instagram, Reka Davis, or Angels of the Soul on Instagram, or my Facebook page, Reka D. And you can see the virtual book fair. Check out the other authors and what they have, and get some encouragement. Write your book, tell your story, and let me read it. Thank you so much for joining me. Love you guys. Bye-bye.